to where her body is shaking and you can see it. And she starts to use tactics to calm herself down, like singing. And then you say, that was weird that you just bust out and sang. You're crazy. Something
Right.
is wrong there. You cannot tell me you're safe. I watched. It was sent to me. Black women were asking me to address it. And I held my tongue quiet for a minute because I needed to like figure out how I'm going to address it. Like, what am I going to say? Is it worth addressing at all? He did bully her, coach. He bullied that woman till she had
Hmm.
nothing left. Finally, she
That's not
just was like, I
healing.
am so sorry. I am so sorry. Like, no one should feel that bruised. That's abuse.
Hmm.
She literally starts singing during the live to cope with all the anxiety that she was feeling. You going to tell me that's okay? You going to tell me to come in your live? You must be kidding me. And
They have to see
everyone
her
has
as
their
human
own
first.
standard. Huh? What'd
They
you
have to
say?
see her as human because they did not see her human, as her not deserving of any type of peace. You know what I mean? Her, and it's crazy. It's like y'all really strongly believe that black women are not allowed to feel. It's so ableist too. That we're
Yes.
not allowed to have these same exact emotions, right? Like we're just ox, we're just beast to you guys, and that's it. And you think that every time a black woman feels something, that her the response is to clown. That's a typical toxic black man response to everything too, by the way. I've
Exactly.
had to deal with black men so long. Every time a black woman was crying or maybe had a misstep, they would clown her until she is nothing and then justify it.
And justify it. I'm sure right now, because I've called Pat out loud, he's going to say, I'm not going to speak on a black woman. He's going to try to change the narrative. You can't change the narrative. You have spoken on me plenty. Not going to speak on a black woman, even though she's trying to call me out. He's going to try to manipulate. You have called me out in many people's lives, and you did it yesterday. You kept on doing it. After I attempted to speak to you privately, and you refused because you wanted to make money off of the denigration of my character. You wanted to slaughter me
That's not
and
safe
then
for him
try to
either.
act like after you done use me out, then say, I would like to have a safe space for us to talk. No.
Mm-hmm.
And then have the unmitigated gall to come in here and say, this has lasted for 2 weeks. This is far too long. While you are the culprit, keeping the mess going. Having live after live after live after live, talking about it. And also, how self righteous are you to say it's too much when you have been having the same argument for a year now?
Okay, tokenizing black women doesn't mean that he's safe or that he's an okay person. It's
Of
it's
course,
it's
he can
still
say that
white
now because
supremacist
he's
tools.
already been dogged by me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. These are white supremacist tools. Let me tokenize and weaponize somebody who looks like her against her. Does that
Hmm.
sound familiar, guys? Think. You know what I mean?
Wow, I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know, Candied Capricorn.
Yeah. Like I'm telling you, and it's not even a safe space for him. Look at the mess that he's going through. You know what I mean? It's not a safe space for him. It's not a safe space, period, guys. It's not.
Skip, liquor. You probably a troll, but let me explain what happened in that live yesterday. I was a mod on a live. I stayed because at the end of the day, I was thinking that this would be handled. And as it went on, I left the live. I'm like, what the hell's going on? People are still talking. This guy is still talking. I actually didn't stay for the entire thing. Then I came back and I hit Nuggets up and I said to her, Nuggets, when he is done, I'm going to come in the live because I don't want to have this visceral conversation with him or visceral response. Like, I don't want to be doing that. So I'll wait till he leaves and then I'll come in and I'll speak to my points. So I did not stay for the whole thing because I could not take it. I had heard enough. What I do know and I'm pretty aware of is that no one stopped it.
Mm-hmm. I wish I was not asleep, man. I was so tired. But I wish that I stayed up for that so I can reestablish what we had set. You know what I mean? Those boundaries and that protection that we had set already before that live. You know, in the midst of trouble, even when there's a bunch of trolls or a whole mob that's coming after you, you know, you got to learn how to stand 10 toes on what you guys, you know, established together as a group. No one can run your life. Your life is your life. You can have a bunch of people gaslighting. This is what cliques do. This is the clique mentality, right? This mob mentality, right? They're all going to agree with each other regardless. They don't care about the truth. They want to soak in trauma. And if that means breaking a black woman's spirit to do it, then that's all they care about. They don't care. There's no rules that they're following either. They don't play by any rules. They don't respect rules. They don't respect boundaries. If you're following these type of people, unfollow Ray.
Please, because I don't need you here. I was denigrated in that live and I'm going to speak truth to it. And I sat in it and I was in and out of it, to be quite honest with you, because I couldn't take the brutality. 45 minutes of someone denigrate my character was unacceptable. 45 minutes of one person after the other keep coming in. I had to leave at a certain point. When I came back in, it was still going on. I finally reached out to Nuggets and said, hey, I want to get in the box, but I don't want to get in the box with him. And I'm choosing who I engage with. And if you was in that live, you see me get out the live when Original Keith came in. I don't hold space for him. I got out the box and let him speak. Said nothing to him, never engaged him. If they want to hold space for particular people in their life, they can do so.
Mm-hmm. And this is based off of rumors, by the way, too. Because what
All based off
receipts
of
did they
rumors,
show
no facts.
you?
Stitched together pieces of content created with a narrative playing behind it, putting words in my mouth. Now nobody has to put words in my mouth.
Right.
No one.
If it was,
I know you were there, Beauty. You were there, and we have to speak truth to that. I was not allowed to speak, and that really hurt me. That really, really did something to me, considering that I have protected these women nonstop. I'm not too disappointed in Nuggets because she's a white woman. Honestly, I'm not. I expect her to do exactly what she did.
I've heard him disrespect a lot of people.
I've heard him disrespect.
And he's
And that's why I didn't hold
disrespecting
any space
Ray.
for him. I didn't hold any
One,
space. I don't have nothing personal against. I do have something personal against him. That's why I did not speak to him when he got in the box. I left the box respectfully, and I mind my business.
right. Here's the thing, too. These are a lot of people inserting themselves into something that has nothing to do with them, right? Off of rumors, off of edited clips and someone narrating. If you feel like you have to narrate that clip, you know it's not receipts.
Exactly. You narrated a
You
clip and
could have
said
just
words that
played
I
it.
did not say.
Right. You could just play the whole thing and let it speak for itself. But if you have to narrate through it, you're in the wrong. You know you're wrong. Okay. And two, this is Ray's life. If she tells somebody no, or Ray, or she's in her own space and she says, I don't want you in my space, you don't belong in her space. It is not up for debate. Like it's really that simple. So that's essentially what happened, is that a black woman created a boundary and she said no, and it's not up for debate. And a bunch of people weaponize black men who already have these biases, right? These gender racial biases, right? To attack Ray. And they let a little girl, I don't care if you, I'm going to say it, I don't care if you turned 18 yesterday, you're a little girl. That's how Black women are going to treat you, because when it comes to maturity, emotional maturity, and growth, it's by experience, it's by education. You are always going to be a little girl until you grow out of that. Matter of fact, there are 50-year-old women who still act like little girls. There are grown men who act like little boys. We've seen them, haven't we? Okay? You are going to be a little girl until you build your emotional maturity up. Okay? And here's why I'm saying this, right? And it's because when you're at certain ages, you are vulnerable to toxic people. Toxic people love attaching themselves to girls who they say, well, you're mature now. Right? You're mature now for your age because you're 18 legally. I don't care about what laws are set. I don't care about the laws. All right. The laws are not fair. The laws have never been just. Okay. If you are a little girl, grown ass men should not be attaching themselves to you. All right.
I
Would you
agree.
allow it? Would you allow it with your daughters? Sit back and think about this. Would you allow this with your daughters on the internet? Would you allow this with your sons on the internet?
Exactly.
Come on. Yes, biology doesn't lie. All right. You're not even cognitively developed fully. You haven't cognitively developed. You calling that grown? Okay. And I'm telling you, I still wasn't even allowed to sit at the same table when I turned 18 because I was the little girl. I wasn't allowed to sit in that same room and have these very grown up discussions because I was still a little girl and I understood my place.
Hi,
The
Terry.
same goes for here. If a
Crystal, hold
older
on a
Black
second.
woman says no,
Coco for a second,
okay.
sweetheart. Crystal, you know me and you are cool. However, this is a space where I have doctored safe for Black women. I see that you in a comment section fighting for Keith's life. And I'm saying to you, this ain't it. This ain't the space for
He,
that.
it's not
Keith
because I watched him
disrespecting me.
threaten her. I
Keith,
watched him
Keith,
threaten.
Keith literally told people to come after my federal licensing.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no space for Keith. And I understand if you want to hold space for Keith, you can, but I'm going to block you from this live. This is not
And
the
she,
live to do it.
right. Crystal, don't, first of all, you said you didn't know the story, right? If you don't know the story, then you are the listener. What is there for you to defend if you don't even know what went down? All right? Stop with the blind loyalty, because I can guarantee you that he and other people don't give no fucks. Excuse my language. They don't care about loyalty to you. Stop with the blind loyalty on this app. That is weird. Y'all, it's weird. No, I am going to say something to you, because you in this comments fighting for a man's life, he probably won't even fight for you. So yes, I am going to say something to you. If you don't like it, then you can hop out of this live. How about that? It's really that simple. You defending acts. Thank you. You're defending acts of violence against Black women, right? We happen to believe Black women, listen to Black women, right? Except for when it's inconvenient for you, right? You so unaware, right? But why are you here then? Because I'm not going to allow you to gaslight Ray. You don't know me at all. I know enough, given the comments that you are making on this live. That's all I need to know about you.
All right. I gave that enough space. She's
Yeah,
not
bye,
learning.
girl.
I
She
had to
came in
block
here
her.
to. She came in here just to get information. That's it. So she
Making
could
and
run back.
I see people jumping in and out the live to get information. I don't care if you I don't care if you record me. I don't care if you think you have evidence against me. I don't care. I'm saying everything that I would say to your face on my live. If I said it in public, that means I'm not afraid for it to be known by anybody. I don't know what this is. I have receipts. I have receipts. I don't care. Like I'm on a live where most
Right.
likely 2,000, 3,000 people are watching me from the outside and only 196 are brave enough to come in. I'm on a live that most likely a lot of you people are already in this live under false accounts. So if you think that you coming in here recording me is putting some fear in my heart, you are mistaken. I'm speaking loud and clear. I'm basically on a microphone telling you exactly how I feel about you.
Right. And she has support still because I'm not breakable either on this damn internet. It's a fucking internet, okay? You're not breaking me on this internet. I'm not going to allow it. You still have someone who's standing 10 toes. I say what I mean. Ray still has support. You have not been able to successfully use your narcissistic traits to isolate her. I'm still
Thank
here.
you. These are narcissists. And some
Mm-hmm.
people, you didn't get blocked. How do you, wait, some people have been attacked by narcissists and they have learned the characteristics of a narcissist and have weaponized those same characteristics and they use it actively. And what I'm witnessing is those who say they were in narcissistic relationships, they have become the
Mm-hmm.
narcissist.
Because there's two type of people: those who become the abuser and those who become a survivor. Two differences.
It is psychopaths. I literally called them a psychopath because if I block you from my space and you continue to make accounts to come in here, something is
Right.
psychologically wrong with you. There's some pathologies that you're dealing with. There is something is going on here because there's no way.
Peace, you gotta go. Like, I don't know why you're groaning so much. That's my dog, by the way, if you hear any groaning. He acts like an old man.
I personally adore Juju, but again, I'm not going to go in his space because I don't feel safe in anyone else's space. And I told him that. We came in my live. He asked me a question. I don't have a problem with him holding whatever space, but I disconnected myself from everyone.
Right.
And I'm choosing that for my peace. So I
It was
have
stalking and
blocked,
harassment.
unfriend, and that's what it is.
Ray has been stalked, harassed. You know what I mean? There's been
Right?
rumors that have been flying, and no one has even bothered to correct those rumors because she speaks with her whole chest, what she wants anyway. So why you need to add any words into her mouth?
Exactly. I
I'm
say what
just
I want.
that's the ridiculousness of this. And a grown ass man allowed people, white and white adjacent people as that, right, to come into his life and instigate, to spread rumors and lies, and you felt for the bait again. When you were just in that live quietly the first time, and I saw it, you were in that live quietly the first time to hear for yourself before you went and started up your own live. So let's not pretend that you're innocent here. And also Keith was in there as well. While Ray
I
was
will
in the
never take,
box.
I never will take it
While
back,
I was in the
guys. So I don't
box.
know
Yeah.
what sorry, but I will never take it back. I meant what I said. Everything that I'm
Mm-hmm.
speaking, I thought about it. I thought about what is the consequence and do I even care about these people enough? Block me, unfriend me, don't call me. I don't care.
Right. They had bad faith. They
You're
knew
crazy
that
to
they were
think I
doing
care.
this in bad faith. they knew that they were doing this in bad faith because they hopped into the live. I was in the box when this happened, by the way. I was in a box with Ray and Breezy when this was going on. And Keith that came in, you know what I mean, as well, asking all these questions. Like, I'm not taking and saying, I'm not taking my video down. Nobody asked you.
Nobody
One,
asked you to take your video down.
nobody
I don't even know
asked you
what
about
you're talking
anything.
about.
You weren't even part of the conversation. You're non-existent because it's not even about you. Keith, if you're in here in your background, backup account, a burner account, how desperate you got to be that you got to drag a black woman down to the mud just for some coins on this app? Wow. Just so you can have it made with other big content creators? You sad as hell. I'm just saying. You sad as hell for just to be in the midst of a piece of drama that don't even concern you. And on top of that, she wouldn't have even mentioned what you have done if you didn't threaten her whole entire livelihood. That's recorded, by the way.
Exactly.
That's recorded. So you can't claim that you didn't say that because all she has to do is pull it. You said it with your whole chest in Juju's live. That was a threat. And she has every right as a professional and as a woman to take that serious.
I took it serious.
Mm-hmm.
I took that serious. But I handled it off the app.
Mm-hmm.
I already
As
have
you
my
should
federal
have.
license. I already have my state licensing. I'm not trying to get anything. You are.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to play with you. I'm going to tell you what it is and what it isn't. You got in that box. I didn't want to talk to you. I don't feel like I have to. So I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't even have
And
proximity to me if we weren't on this live, on this app. So I act like you don't exist because you don't. And so that's what it was for me. I just kept it moving.
like
I just
you're a
kept it
whole ass
moving.
groupie. You're a groupie. All right? That's what you are to me. You're a whole ass groupie. You trying to fit in at a black woman's expense. That shit ain't cool. I said it. So you can be mad at me now. I really don't care. Like, Zach, I'm not going to meet half of you or majority of you on this internet. I don't give a damn about you. If you're not boots on the ground, I don't give a damn. All right? If you're not actively and aggressively boots on the ground fighting for our life and our humanity, I don't give a damn.
Me either.
Right. Keep it pushing.
I rebuke you. I remove you. And I'm moving on. And I won't look back.
Right.
And I'm calling a
Just,
spade a spade. And that's what I'm doing. What happened? And the reason why I felt so bad for Beauty Boutique yesterday because this woman was in there holding space for black women. And
mm-hmm.
she was ambushed by that live.
Oh.
She wasn't ambushed in the sense that people were attacking her, but she was so
Okay.
lost as to what was going on.
Right.
And so I hit her up privately and I tried to explain to her because I didn't want her to feel like first of all, she had to defend me without all the information or speak up on anything. Because I didn't feel it was fair to put her in that situation and for her to be asked to speak on a topic that she's not aware of. I didn't like that. And so I didn't do it to her. And I didn't ask her to hold space for me. And I felt
Hey,
like that
Beauty.
was
Hey,
I felt like that was terrible to do to you personally. You were
yeah,
put into it and so that other people could bring you into it. And I didn't want that for you. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
privately hit you up and
right.
discussed it because I just felt like it was purposely done to push you in it. And
It
I'm
was,
like, no,
Mm-hmm.
no,
yeah,
no. I don't want to push this woman into something she doesn't have a full glimpse on, a full perspective on. And so I privately hit you up and said, check your DMs. Because
you sure did.
I, from the bottom of my heart, truly, want to protect Black women. And I did not
Mm-hmm.
want you to get into a space where you are about to be dog walked, because I didn't know how that was going to turn out for you, even by you speaking.
Absolutely.
It was
You are 100% correct.
it was a frightening experience for me, because I was like, this could turn easily on her.
I was so confused as to, first of all, the conversation didn't start that way. The purpose of me even coming into the live, not this live today, but the purpose of me coming into live yesterday was based on a conversation about protecting Black women. When I came in, I think you were
Mm-hmm.
already there, or you had got there shortly thereafter. I know Coco was there majority of the time I was there,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but it was literally us talking about Black women issues and then laughing about other things. We were talking about tampons and all kinds of stuff, and
Right.
so when it literally shifted in a matter of seconds, and I was
Yes.
just so
Mm-hmm.
floored. I didn't exit out of it because I was so confused as to what was happening. I'm like, what is going on? And then at that point, I was like, well, I can't leave because I don't want anybody else. If I have to stand up for somebody, I need to be able to be here to do that. Because
Mm-hmm.
from my perspective, I'm like, I'm always going to stand 10 toes for Black women. I don't care who you are. That's just how I'm built. That's what my experience has been. I've never not stood for Black women. It's what it is. So I'm like, well, let me stay here just in case something goes down and I need to be here to protect somebody. But then it just got to be to a point where I was like, what is happening here? Like, who are these guys that are coming into this live? Who are these people that are flooding the comment? What is happening? It literally went from a decent conversation to flip the script on a whole nother thing. I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't even here for the original conversation. I don't know what's going on, but why are people this mad? What is happening here? And then I felt like these guys came in, and not specifically Patrick, because I really wasn't halfway listening when he was talking, because I was doing other things. But I know
Mm-hmm.
when Keith, and I don't know who the other guy was that was really aggressively talking.
Little Pat was the aggressive speaker.
Okay, like whoever that was, I felt immediately like I was personally being attacked, even though it wasn't me. That's how bad it was. I was like, what? You couldn't get a word in edgewise. You couldn't, and then I got sucked in like, Beauty, do you have a comment? Not really. I don't know the entire situation, but the way y'all talking, this is
Okay.
crazy. Like, I don't know what is going on. Like, why are y'all not directing this energy over to whoever it needs to be directed towards? Because this is crazy. And that was essentially
Right.
what I said. I was like, where did this come from? And why are we treating each other like this? This is absolutely asinine. Absolutely asinine. And the fact that it revolves around a child is even worse. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why is this even going on in protection of somebody that inserted themselves into adult business? Because the way I grew up, you don't sit at the table with grown folks.
That's
That
You do
part.
right.
not have a conversation, and even the grown-ups did not bring the kids in to a conversation.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you turned 18, you were still seen as a child. I even said in the
Just said
live,
it.
I
Right.
said in the live, at my 31-year-old age now, I still don't join conversations with my grandparents that are having conversations with people in their 70s and 80s, because that is not
Right.
for me. I stick with where I'm supposed to be generationally. I'm not, and I
Exactly.
don't bring children in to have a talk with them. My lives are 21 and up. I don't entertain
Mm-hmm.
kids. There are conversations that should not be had with children on the level that we have them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It just should not be the case. And if we're going to go to bat for anything, we need to talk about where the parents are. We need to talk about
Mm-hmm.
what happened to even get to the point where she was even allowed to speak. Like, why
Right.
aren't we talking about that solution and not talking about and talking about what came after? Because if we don't fix that
Mm-hmm.
part, the rest of this shit is for nothing.
That
I
part.
was
And I've been trying. I've been trying. Listen, I literally, Beauty, you don't know me, but people who know me know. And the comment section was off, so people couldn't speak truth to that conversation, and that was very annoying, because he was allowed to for 45 straight minutes denigrate me, and no one stopped it. But the comment section was lit, because people who have followed me and know what my lives are about, they watched.
yeah.
They watched me talk about it 3 days only. I only gave it 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
I addressed every topic, and I'm saying the same thing over and over because it's facts. I addressed it. And after 3 days, I start talking about anti-blackness and the bullying that's happening in this app to black women, because that was more important than holding space for my feelings about being attacked. I wasn't that hurt. I wasn't harmed. Like, I'm not going to hold space for that. And I don't give power to words. So you could say whatever you want about me in your space, but you cannot come in my space and attack me.
I was there for that,
That's not going to ever happen. And if you think that it's okay that you come into someone's space and attack them, then something is wrong with you. I am not the problem. You are the problem.
Yep.
So,
but
no one is discussing that in Nuggets Live, that child was in that live unbeknownst to us. I made a critical thought, and I'm listening to her speak in the comment section, and she sounds like a child to me. And I'm like, this girl is a minor. This girl is a child. I believe she's a child. And I'm screaming it in the comment section. No one is listening. She had been removed 3 times by then from saying denigrating words by one of the mods. Finally, she went in under someone else's account under the guise of an adult, came in the box and said, I am under someone else's account because I was blocked from this live 3 times. You were blocked 3 times for your behavior. Now I'm in the box with this. Now I'm like, if she's in the box, it is what it is. Anybody can get it. I know I Speak says this all the time, and I follow suit. I'm E for everybody can get it. So we are in the box together, and she's speaking lies. She's putting words in other people's mouth, and I address her. Nuggets addressed her first. Then I said, you are lying. You're not telling truth. Oh, Ray, you're talking about semantics. I said, no, I'm not talking about semantics. I'm talking about truth and lies. Then she's like, well, you're not going to do this to me. You're not going to do this to me. I said, I'm not doing anything. I'm asking you to speak truth. Did my voice raise? Yes. At that point, I was tired of the bullshit because I had already done a live that morning where I was attacked and lied on. Breezy was attacked and lied on in that live. So I was pretty tired of the lies. So I was not allowing her to move forward until she accepted that she misspoke, and she was going to accept that she used the wrong person's name and correct that, or we were not moving forward in the conversation. And I was hella bent on it. So then I have been saying already in the comment section that this girl seems like a minor. At that point, Breezy comes in and says, hold up in the box. Hold up. Are you a minor, Kay? And Kay says in these exact words, verbatim, yes, but my birthday is in 2 to 3 days. I don't know about you, but birthdays are finite. We don't have to guess our birthdays. But I said, well, if she is a minor, then I'm not having a conversation with her. Everybody's not showing the part where she begged to stay in the live. She begged to stay in the live. I don't care. I can handle myself. Please let me stay in the live. Nuggets then sits like this, holds her head in distraught, and it's like trying to decide whether she should push her out the live or not. What should have never happened. Automatically, you should have removed her immediately. Finally, Breezy says, I'm going to make an executive decision. You have to leave the live. Sweetheart, if your birthday is 2 to 3 days from now, come back in the live when you're from 2 to 3 days. But you can't stay in here. I no longer engage with her at this point. I don't care. I don't care. So I'm not saying anything. If she would have stayed in the live, I would have gotten out the box, actually. Because I don't come on this app to engage with children.
Yep.
I don't come up to engage with children. And I have no grooming tendencies in me. So I'm not coming up here to try to tell a little girl that she sounds so damn mature. That's what groomers do. So I choose to safeguard my space. I don't go in lives with minors. That's my deal. My contracts tell me I shouldn't engage with minors online. That's a no-no. And every adult in this live should know that you shouldn't be engaging with a minor
Absolutely.
online. You put yourself in danger.
Yes.
Point blank. That minor could then say that you have interjected with them, caused them harm, the same way she's doing to me, just because I addressed her and corrected her ass. And that's how it goes. And there is no win in that. So I don't engage with minors.
Like I said yesterday too, I'm gonna say it again. The way you guys are going hard at the paint for a minor on this app who you don't even know, I hope that you guys start going this hard for women in real life and little girls in real life who are being
Yes,
unalived by
That
black
part.
men at a high rate,
none of them
That
do.
part.
who are going missing, right? The I hope you guys go hard in the paint for Atiana Jefferson, who still,
Yep.
hasn't received any justice yet. I still hope that you go hard beyond the paint for Breonna Taylor, because her
Taylor.
trial is going to begin soon, and we still don't know if we're going to receive full justice. You know what I mean? I wish that you guys would go this hard for black women in real life. And for young black girls, the protection that they need is serious. I wish you guys weren't so fucking performative on this damn app and
So
went hard.
performative.
Yes. That part, Coco. That
Because
part.
if our life really mattered, then we will start feeling safe around black men entirely. Just saying.
It was
Really wish
definitely
they did.
harmful. Definitely.
It was a harmful live, and I'm not going to act like it wasn't.
It definitely was. It definitely was.
And it was allowed to happen. And because they didn't learn the first time, and that's what it is. Because as long as one particular black woman is not being attacked, then it's okay to attack all women. And that's what I feel. Long as one particular black woman is not being attacked in that live, then it's open season on every other black woman.
That part.
I'm saying it out loud. Because Nuggets never made an apology to the black community for letting black women be abused in that live. She made an apology to Breezy from letting her be abused in that live. I'm speaking facts.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her this personally. So I'm not saying anything that I couldn't say or didn't say to her. And they were mad that I was blocking, trying to keep the violence down. And people witnessed them trying to let me keep the violence going.
Yeah, I was very confused by that part. I was like, why are we now saying that it's the mod's fault for trying to keep the live on track, trying to keep the negativity away from the comment section, which I saw somebody earlier in this comment section asking why did they turn the comments off, because it was getting ridiculous to the point where several mods in there were having a hard time keeping up with blocking people and removing people. But the fact that the mods were told, don't, stop blocking people, stop doing all of it. I'm like, wait a minute, wait now. So now we're going to allow the
Yes,
negativity to flood like this was, and I'm sitting here on mute, like, what the hell is going on? Like now we're not, so it's protect black
Right.
women with a caveat. It's protect black women, but like that kind of energy is not okay. You can't pick and choose which black women you're going to protect. You're either going to protect
Right.
us all, or you're going to protect no one, because that says to me that if that person, and I'd be afraid, honestly, if I was the one black woman they were protecting, I'd be afraid, because that means if I do something outside of the lines of what they feel should be protected, I am no longer under their protection. That is what that
Right.
means. So to me, it's like the whole thing was like, what is going on? Why are we not? And again, I didn't have a really good place to speak. One, because too much talking was going on, but two, because I didn't know a whole lot about the background and why they have to stop doing that. Like, that's crazy to me. I asked Nugs to mod me up because I was ready to jump in and start blocking people. And then they made that. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You guys, like, why is it that we can't protect all? Why is it that it has to be a caveat?
Nuggets wants
Because
to
we
only
had
protect
established
one
that.
black woman, and that is Breezy. Every other black woman is have at it. That's how I feel. And I'm going to say
Listen,
that on my live. You can record it. Nugget,
I'm
you are in here. I see you coming in and out. You did not operate as a protector. You operated to protect one woman, your black girlfriend, and everybody else is shark bait. That
that's
was a
not cool.
painful experience for me. That was very painful. It was very harmful. It was very violent. And you sat there and you let it happen again. After I came in there for one reason only, to protect black women. And you took my ability away by trying to call me out and say, "Oh, I'm not blocking anyone. It's not me. It's me. You told me to block. You told me to protect this space. You told me to block people that come in and agitate. That's what I did. And
Right,
all you
because we
care
had
about
set
is
that
being liked.
tone.
You want to be
We had
liked.
we had set that tone earlier. That's the craziest part about it. We had
Yeah.
set the tone earlier. I had asked Nuggets, you know what I mean, because she's the host, and then I had asked Breezy, right? Because she's co-hosting, right? Exactly, like if this is okay to do, to just start blocking on site, to start calling them out on site. And they said yes. So I thought that we had already set the tone for what we were going to do when protecting. And then me, you, and Ray as well, we set that example. We
Yeah,
laid
we
out
did.
a whole picture of, and a whole
What
blueprint
protection
of
looks
what that was
like.
supposed to look like. Yes.
In detail too. We literally broke it down,
Right.
not
Rosemary
just
too
for,
was here. Yeah.
yeah, like we literally broke it down what it looks like to protect a black woman as a totality, what it looks like to not be divisive. We literally laid it out. We talked about it for like an hour, like
Right.
and how we feel when we're unprotected. We talked about all of these things. Ray being there as well, and she was she
Mm-hmm.
was doing her job, knocking them out, and I was like, cool. I felt a little bit of relief because I'm seeing that the mods is knocking people out, and then
Mm-hmm.
to the point where they were accidentally knocking out people. Not you, Ray, but one of the other young ladies was accidentally knocking out people that didn't do anything. So
Mm-hmm.
it was
It
coming
was
that
crazy.
fast. It was coming that fast. That's how quickly
Wow.
the harm was
Hey,
coming. It was
Rosemary.
like one after the other. It was insane. And one of the other things that bothered me, and I didn't, like I said, after talking to you today via DMs, one thing that bothered me that I didn't really pick up on until after the fact was you were the only mod that was mentioned.
That
You were the
part.
only one that was mentioned about, blocking people, when in reality it wasn't. There were like three other mods in there that were doing and nobody. I'm trying to talk, and it's that whoever that guy was, he agitated my soul. But he just kept going. He just kept going. By the time he finished, he just dropped out. I was like, what the fuck was that? Who was
I
that?
wish I was there. Oh my
It was
gosh.
absolutely insane
It
and
was
draining.
bananas. It was a targeted ambush. That's why the comments were taken down. Nobody could respond because people in the box would have been saying, "This is not true. That is not true. You are lying." But they sat there and let my character be denigrated for a whole 45 minutes. I kept coming in and out of the live. And I'm like, this is still going on. And what people are not aware of is that I'm talking to both Nuggets and Breezy during this live. And I'm explaining to them how I feel. And nothing was done about it.
Yeah, I'm really pissed right now. I'm actually really, really, I'm really mad. And I kind of do want Nuggets and Breezy in here. Please come in here because I want you guys to understand. I want you to understand it, and I want you guys to hear it from us as Black women. You know what I mean? I don't want any rumors. I don't want any back and forth, any telephone. I want you to hear it here for us. You're going to have to learn how to be uncomfortable as well and sit in these moments where, you know, you are also being critiqued like we did for that young Black man, right? But, you know, I'm going to do it with love. I always do it with love, but you're going to have to come in here. Thank you.
Hold on 1 second, baby. Let mommy step outside.
I'm going to mute myself so you all can talk, but I'm going to stay in the box.
Jackson.
Right.
Jackson. Bubba, mommy stepping outside. Keep an eye on Ivy, okay?
Wait, outside? Like,
No, like right in the garage, guys. I'll be right back, honey.
Nuggets, I want you to stay in here.
I don't even know
No,
if
I
I
won't
want
be
to
long,
hold
baby. I
space
promise, okay?
for people who didn't hold
won't be
space
long.
for me. That's where I'm at this point.
Right.
They didn't hold space for my
Thank
voice to be
you.
heard. I
Thank
was
you.
silenced completely yesterday, and they're live.
No, baby, I can't.
So
honey.
why now
I'll be
should
right back.
I hold space for people who didn't hold space for me? That makes absolutely no sense.
Hi guys,
Nuggets
how you guys
and
doing?
Breezy.
I'm here. I'm gonna if I have my baby's with me, so I might have to just keep going back and forth with her.
Okay.
I am first of all, I'm gonna.
I didn't say
right.
you could speak. You don't come in to man my room.
All right, then
I
I'm
didn't
not
say
gonna
you can
sit.
speak.
What I'm not gonna do, I can't.
I didn't tell
I'm
you you
not-
can speak.
So then why am I here?
I didn't invite you here, by the way.
I
So I'm
invited you
confused.
here
Yeah,
because
okay.
I
So
said that.
then why
Hang
exactly
on.
am I
Hang
here?
on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I didn't invite you
Okay.
here.
I need, first of all,
Yeah,
everyone mute
conversation with
I
me.
themselves.
already first of all, so I'm gonna hop out. If I'm not here to speak,
Bye.
then I'm
Bye.
not
I
sure
invite
why.
you
Bye.
in
Why am
here
I here?
so you can
Bye.
listen.
Because I already spoke to Ray all last night.
Bye.
Okay. Y'all,
Bye.
first of all, y'all mute
Bye.
yourself so you can hear us. Mute yourself so
Child
you can
screaming in
hear
the
us.
background. Bye. That's all the ploy.
Okay. Thank you. Mute yourself so you can actually hear.
That's a
I
ploy.
invited
I'm
you
telling
in
you,
here.
that's how it's done.
Right.
That's so people can feel like she's overwhelmed. I'm not playing this game.
The reason why I invited you in here is because I said that I wanted you guys to be active listeners because I didn't want the rumors and the instigating to continue to happen. I said that I didn't want the telephone to happen. And so I said that I want you guys to be in here so y'all can actively listen and hear it because there was no